Hello viewers, everyone loves mystery, isn't it? So let's go on a journey to unravel the mysteries of pyramids and moreover the mummies which were buried inside those pyramids long back. Today we are dealing with the chapter Discovering Tut. The saga continues by A.R. Williams. This is the third chapter for class 11 from their Hornbill book. And while on this journey of discovering the mysteries about Tutankhamun or the King Tutankhamun, we will be covering all the important parts of the lesson like historical background about the writer, theme, brief description of the chapter, and finally some important questions which will be short answer questions and long answer questions. This is a picture which is said to be the entrance, which shows the entrance of the particular pyramid where King Tutankhamun's mummy was buried about 3,300 years back, and it is a cut rock tomb some 26 feet underground where the mummy was buried. This is a closer look of the entrance of the same pyramid or the same place where King Tut's mummy was buried. This is a room where the mummy of King Tut was kept. The coffin which you say, it is not the original coffin. It is constructed later on by some of the archaeologists or the government of Egypt to keep the mummy intact, because the original coffin in which the mummy of Tutankhamun was kept, it was made up of gold and other precious metals and other adornments. The paintings on the wall which you can see here, they are called murals. They are painted here for the decoration of this room. About the writer A.R. Williams is was born on April 26, 1942 in Cairo, Georgia. He obtained his bachelor's degree in arts and science at Mississippi State University in Starkville, Mississippi, and his master's degree in science from Auburn University. From his early age only, he had developed a love for reading at a very young age. When he was in fourth grade, an assignment was given to him. At that time, it occurred to him that he too would craft ideas for others to enjoy. The list of his books you can see on the screen. They are Common Sense, Pushing Up People, All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, But All You Can Do Is Enough, The A.L. William Ways, Coach, The A.L. Williams Story. Now about the background of the chapter. The chapter deals with the mysteries and various theories regarding the life and death of the youngest but the last ruler of ancient Egypt, named as King Tutankhamun. His preserved body was the first to be scanned because his life, his death is the most mysterious point for all the archaeologists or for all the historians. He was a teenager king and he died during his teenagers only. He ruled a pharaoh dynasty in Egypt only for 9 years. He died in a very mysterious way. This chapter also throws light over all the possible mysteries, the curse, where his tomb lies, his life and untimely death, or how old was he at the time of his death, and what were the possible reasons for his death. Most of the historians and archaeologists feel that he was murdered, maybe because of some political drama within the royal family. Egyptians also believe that there is life after death, and that is the reason why the pharaohs were buried with wealth and everyday use items. These are some of the very important expressions or phrases which have been used in the chapter. Forensic reconstruction. It is a process of reconstruction of the face and body on information in the CT scan, and the same was done with King Tutankhamun's mummy also, just to have an idea about the physical appearance of Tutankhamun when he was young. Scudded across, spread across. This is a phrase which is used for the grey color clouds which have covered the sky at that time when Tutankhamun's mummy was taken out for CT scan from his burial place or from his resting place. Resurrection is rebirth. This is the belief of Egyptians that there is a life after death also. So that means they believe in rebirth. Funerary treasures, collection of valuables kept with the mummy. We can connect these two words, resurrection and funerary treasures, with each other. As I have just said that they believe in rebirth, so they keep all the valuable things or all the things which the soul or the body may need during his journey or in his afterlife, circumvented to avoid or to bypass. Computed tomography, a technique for displaying or the presentation of a cross section using x-rays or ultrasound. In modern time, or we can say in a short form, we call it CT scan nowadays. Airy details, strange and weird details, which we will be reading and learning in this chapter. Let's talk about the curse. It is one of the very important point in the chapter, and also in Egypt when Egyptian pharaohs were ruling the Egyptian place. The curse of the pharaohs or the mummy's curse is a curse alleged to be cast upon anyone who disturbs the mummy of an ancient Egyptian, especially a pharaoh. This curse, which does not differentiate between thieves or archaeologists, whomsoever messes up with the mummy is claimed to cause bad luck, illness, or death. And we can say that this came true when the things or the curse have fallen or illness or bad luck have fallen on the members of Howard Carter's team also, and other archaeologists also who have tried to find out the mystery or who have tried to see or try to mess up with the mummy of Tutankhamun. The belief in a curse was brought to many people's attention due to the deaths of a few members of Howard Carter's team and other prominent visitors to the tomb shortly thereafter. This is one picture. The image which you can see on the screen is a statue of Anubis, figure which guarded the entrance to Tut's treasury room, where valuables or very artifacts and other important things were kept. I have just mentioned about the weather conditions when we have studied about those two phrases or expressions, scudded across and casket gray. So these are the two weather phenomena or weather conditions which have been described in the chapter in the beginning and in the end of the story. In the beginning, when Tutankhamun's mummy was taken out for CT scan from his resting place, the atmosphere, the weather was not favorable. Angry wind stirred up, dark bellied clouds scudded across the sky, and the team which was led by Zahi Hawass, has faced lots of problems in taking the mummy to the CT scan machine for the CT scan, and will later on cover up the same information that how the things were sorted out. But once the things were sorted out, the mummy was CT scanned properly, the the team members have come to know about all the possible reasons about his death or about other mysteries. And when Tutankhamun was again kept back to its resting place, the wind had stopped. Winter air lay cold and still. Why we are saying winter air? Because it was January, It was January 1922 when the mummy of Tutankhamen was taken. It was 2005, sorry, 2005 January when the mummy of Tutankhamen was taken out for CT scan, and the constellation Orion could be seen above the entrance to Tut's tomb. You can also see the image of the Orion constellation here on the screen. Orion is considered as the god of afterlife in Egyptian mythology, and it is symbolized here that constellation Orion is there to protect the mummy of Tutankhamen, because they believe in afterlife. Now, proceeding to the first time when King Tutankhamun's mummy was taken out, it was discovered by Howard Carter, who was a British archaeologist in the year 1922. And as it is given in the chapter, he has hastily ransacked in antiquities. He was very surprised to see that there were three coffins which were kept here, and when he opened those three coffins, out of all those three, one in one coffin there was the mummy of King Tutankhamen, and in other two coffins there were all the valuables, adornments, or the artifacts which were kept, all the important things which were kept for Tutankhamen, as the Egyptians have believed that there is afterlife. So there was a board game, a bronze razor, linen garments, food and wine was kept. There is also an example that some flowers were also there. He has found a shroud adorned with garlands of willow and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers. Now, these flowers or these plants, they have some importance, and it shows that King Tutankhamen was dead during the month of March or April, and this was a time when his he was buried in the form of the form of mummy with all the amalgamations. What is the reason that we are saying that it was the month of March or April? Because maybe in Egypt these flowers or these plants were found in this season only, in the month of March or April. Now, what Howard Carter has done, according to Zahi Hawass is the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiques, and he has said that the mummy was in very bad condition. What Howard Carter has done to it. Why it has happened? Because Howard Carter had found it difficult to take out the mummy from that coffin. So what he has done? First, he tried to use the sun's heat to loosen the resins. Now, what is resins? Resins are the natural elements or the natural substances which are put with the mummy so that it does not rot, it does not get spoiled. So what happened, these resins have given a fixed position to the mummy of Tutankhamen, and the mummy has fixed to the coffin. And what Howard Carter has thought, that if he keep the mummy in the sun, maybe the raisins will loosen, they will melt. But it did not happen. It became it become more hard. But their effort went in vain. He ordered his men to remove the mummy's head and to sever nearly every major joint and reassemble them on a sand layer. This made the mummy in a bad condition. Now he has ordered the men to remove the mummy's head, and basically all the major joints were severely hampered. The pharaoh's funerary treasures remain the richest collection. Now this is also one of the very mysterious part, that Tutankhamun's tomb is one of the richest royal collection till date. Lots of gold, precious metals, and other things were found in his burial place. And after 40 years, when Howard Carter has taken out the mummy in 1922, in 1968, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and found that beneath the raisins, his breastbone and front ribs were missing. So maybe it is a possibility that Howard Carter has done that. He's the one who has spoiled the mummy in that thing. A CT scan, computed machinery sponsored by National Geographic Society and Siemens manufacturer, scanned Tut's body top to bottom, creating 1700 digital X-ray images in cross section, followed by forensic reconstruction of the mummy. Now, Tut's mummy was scanned in 2005 under the supervision of Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiques. This I have just told you. The extreme left side, the picture which you can see is of Zahi Hawass. Now, about the family background of Tutankhamun. Now, there was not much record of Tutankhamun's family. It is just some faded information is there. The story gives an insight into the mystery surrounding the life and death of Tutankhamun, this which we have already read and learned. Now, Tut's father or grandfather was Amenhotep III, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for about 4 decades, that means approximately 40 years, during the golden age of his dynasty. His son Amenhotep IV shocked the country by attacking Amun. So, Amun is a major god. He smashed his images and closed all the temples. And he has changed his name from Akhamun to Akhenaten and promoted the worship of Aten or the sun disk. But after the death of Akhenaten, a mysterious ruler, Sumenhotep, appeared briefly and exited with hardly any trace. And this is when Tut has entered as a king, as the youngest king in the Pharaoh dynasty. And when King Tut took over, he changed his name from Tutanakhaten to Tutankhamun, as in the god Amun, and restored the old ways. Tut ruled for 9 years and then he died mysteriously and unexpectedly. This is the most mysterious part in the Pharaoh dynasty, which all the historians or the archaeologists are trying to find out. King Tut's mummy was scanned after 1,000 years, thus opening new perceptions regarding the cause of his death. And in the end, as we have seen, that the weather conditions were very much comfortable and pleasant when the body of Tutankhamun was kept back to his resting place. Coming to the last portion, that is the exercise. These are some of the short answer questions and some value based questions which you can try writing and practice. So that's all for today. We'll see you in the next video or for the next chapter. Till then, take care of yourself. Take care. Thank you.